Hey everyone, thank you for tuning into the PRISM Podcast. My name is Juice and I'll be your host for this episode, episode 12. We're back, woohoo! Wow, it's been a while since our last episode. So I do want to apologize in advance if I'm a little rusty today. Also, my co-host Toast isn't able to make it due to real life commitments, which is okay. I'm sure we'll be able to still have a sweet conversation with our amazing guest. So before I invite them on, I wanted to do a bit of a rewind to our last episode in August, which was with Boba La Boba, about 3 months ago actually, and talk about everything that's happened in our community since then. We had the second season of Glam Boss, which took place during the entire month of September. That was really fun. Me and Edian were up against each other again, and his team won, unfortunately for me. But it was okay. It was a really fun season, and I'm looking forward to the next season. We had a few karaoke night events, with the last one actually happening last night. And also, for those that don't know, there was a announcement last night after the event. So there won't be any more karaoke night events for a while, probably until mid 2026. You can find out the reasons and all the details in our Discord announcements. We also have opened nominations for the Materia Awards, the second annual Materia Awards. So please nominate. Nominations close January 1st. What else have we done? We did a few rerun watch parties of previous musicals like Hairspray and the Halloween special, with some of our cast members actually re-recording their songs. Actually, I still have yet to upload those re-recordings, so please look forward to that. And we had the Life at Mogwarts RP event, which was also very fun. Our guests also participated in that, which was really fun. If you missed out on it, the VOD can be found on our YouTube channel. And I think that was it from the community since our last episode. I guess now I can just plug a few things. The Starlight Festival. So the Starlight Festival is happening December 28th, Sunday, 8 p.m. AEDT. It's like another concert event like Prismatica and the Valentine Ball. It's like a mashup of the Starlight Market we did last year, but with the concert aspect of all the concerts we did this year. So that'll be really fun. There'll be lots of Christmas music, lots of activities. It'll be at the Starlight Stalls event area, which is coming back this year. And yeah, I look forward to that. There's the Shakespeare production that Kelly is organizing, A Midsummer Night's Dream, which I am also part of. That's happening January 17th and 18th next year. And then we have the Materia Awards ceremony, which is scheduled for January 27th. So please nominate. And lastly, the cast of JJammin's next musical production, Once Upon a Shard, has been formed, and we can't wait to get started. So please look forward to more announcements about that. It'll be our biggest and only musical production of the year, 2026. So I guess without further ado, I'd like to welcome our guest for tonight's episode, Ignacia Hellfire. Hey, Ignacia. Thanks for coming onto the PRISM Podcast.
Hello. Hi.
Hey.
Hi there.
Alrighty. So could you please introduce yourself and just give us like a brief overview of what you're involved in the community?
Sure. Ignacia Hellfire. I've been in Materia since day one when the Materia data set had dropped. I've been a relatively new addition to the greater community, I guess, in terms of doing stuff in the community. I'm more well known for the latest Unending Journey booklet that I worked on with several people, including Juice and several people who play on DC on the Materia DC, as well as various artists across the Oceanic region. it's been really fun doing that. And yeah, like last year I did the banner that
Mm.
we successfully got done, and it was an incredible work getting so many people to contribute towards it, so that we could give it to the Square Enix team, plus to the creative directive Unit 3
Yeah.
team. That was so
It's
cool, finally getting to the
amazing. Oh
hands.
my gosh. That's actually something, both of those topics I'd love to talk to you about.
Hmm.
I've been really wanting to invite you on for some time now, but because of my schedule with events and stuff, I've been really
Oh
busy.
yeah.
Yeah, you probably already know. The last episode being 3 months ago. But the reason why I'm really excited to have you on is because of how much you do for the community and how involved you are, um, like not just in game, but like in person. For example, at PAX. But I guess to start us off, could you please tell us about your journey? Like, you mentioned you started on
Yeah.
day one on Materia, but did you start playing FF before that?
So yeah, I didn't play during 1.0, but the moment that 2.0 was announced, several of my friends from my high school, they tried to drag me into like WoWs for so long, but they knew I didn't really care much about that. I didn't care about MMOs.
Yep.
I didn't have the money for that. But they knew I was a Final Fantasy fiend. I absolutely love the Final Fantasy franchise, and knowing that was the case, I remember the thing that they sold me on was that they gave me like an audio clip of the logo, the starting screen for Final Fantasy 14, and it was they promised me that it was the best version of the prelude theme I would have ever heard in all the Final Fantasy
Mm.
games I've played, and they were 100% correct. That sold me hard.
Mm.
So yeah, this is like what, back in 2010, I think, when Arena 1 came out.
Oh, you've been playing for a while
Um,
now. Yeah.
yeah. So I started playing at that point, and I remember like the choices of having to choose what class I wanted to be in. It's like, I don't know. Then I saw how cool Dragoons looked. I was like, all right, I'll go with Dragoons. They look really sick. um, so yeah, I played since 2010, but obviously, as I said alluded before, like I didn't have the money for it, so I subscribed for a bit,
Mm.
played as much as I could, stopped, couldn't play anymore,
Yep.
and it was like that for a while. And then whenever the game had the free weekend campaign or
Yeah.
whatever for the
Yeah.
free thing, it was so like it was so helpful for me to like jump back in and catch up. So I quickly bought like Heavenswood and caught up on that. And then when Stormblood happened, I quickly bought that and caught up on that.
Mm.
And then I stopped again. And it wasn't until 2018 when I got my first proper full time job that paid a wage. I was actually able to like finally, well, since then, be subscribed to Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah.
So I've been playing since then, just before Shadowbringers came out. And I mean, if you can see outside the window, Shadowbringers has got a really solid place in my heart. It definitely made Final Fantasy 14 skyrocket past all the rankings, because I my favorite Final Fantasy was Final Fantasy 6. Controversial, don't know, but it was my favorite Final Fantasy. And then 14 Shadowbringers came out, and that solidified itself at the very top of my
Yeah.
list for me.
That was a really good expansion. One
Man,
of my
it's just
favorites.
everything about it.
Yeah.
It's just so well crafted, and like if it was a standalone expansion or game in the Final Fantasy series, it would have been like well received by itself as well.
Mm.
And it was always criminal that like no awards or anything came out for it, like specifically for it. But well.
Mm. So did you start playing? What server did you play on? Was it NA or JP?
Um, yeah.
Or
So I
EA?
was always on NA. Yeah, we did NA at the time because my friends like were telling me like it, it'd be the more popular, densely populated servers with the English demographic. So I didn't really know anything about it. So I didn't know about the Japanese data center having that community that's already there. So yeah, I was on Aether, and at the time I think we chose
Oh.
Diablos,
Oh, okay. Did it have
and
like a
then
strong oceanic community there, or was it quite small?
no, it wasn't quite strong in Oceanic. It was very yeah, it was very small. It wasn't at the time. It was just focusing on English players.
Mm.
Um, and of course the latency was awful. um, having to play that was like terrifying. I don't know if you played back then as
I
well.
did, yeah. And I
Yeah,
played
so you
Ninja
remember
as
how?
well.
Oh god, all the inputs, the shame
Yeah.
bunny all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the Titan fight is always been the synonymous thing in our brains when we played on those high latency servers. It's like,
Yep.
you know, especially as a dragoon, like doing jumps with that slow jump animation and being animation locked
Yep.
has always been a core memory, even if it was the terrible memory I had, because it'd always be like, I'm just useless. I'm just here to be a body on the ground. And then, well, the floor taking memes came out, so I was like, all right, well, yeah, I guess I embraced it then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually,
So yeah, I was on that. Yeah, I was on Diablos, and then eventually, when I came back to the game properly in 2018, I moved on to Siren. Siren, yeah, we were on the eighth data center on Siren, and that's when I formed my like core group of friends and FC at that point of time.
And wait, do you still keep in contact with them, or like, are they still there,
So
or did they
yeah,
move here to Materia?
oh, so we all agreed to move as soon as the Materia data center was announced. We made the agreement. Yeah, we're all gonna
Nice.
move, and no matter what, if you want to move with us, or if you can't move because you couldn't do it financially, I would pay for it because I was like, I
Oh,
want
that's
everyone
so
to come
nice
with
of you.
us. I
Yeah.
just want to play with my friends, you know.
Yeah.
Obviously, majority of us did move, but some didn't because they had obligations. Like their partner was in the EU, so they had to stay in the Americas servers just so that they could play in a decent ping with each other,
Yep.
which we understood. It was okay.
Mm.
But yeah, no, we stuck around, and yeah, Dragon Roost is what we called ourselves when we got onto Materia Data Center, and I'm still there. They're still there, and we are still alive and functioning, but it's kind of been relatively quiet now. It's not really div or anything, so we don't really do much FC stuff.
Mm.
And that's kind of what led me to do this more community focused stuff, where it's the greater community instead of just being locked into this my small friend group.
Right.
That's kind of it, yeah.
Yeah. The whole community is your friend group now.
Pretty much.
um.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. So I guess since you moved to Materia when it first opened, I guess what's like the thing that you notice that's, different now than how it was for you back then? Do you think the culture is a lot different, or do you think um it might be the same?
I would say it took some adjusting, I'd say. Um, when I was doing raids on the the American servers, they had their way of teaching, and that was something I wasn't used to when I got into here, where people started teaching the European way or the
JP,
Japanese way.
yeah.
Yeah, and it was a bit difficult at first, but honestly, it only took like a few runs at it to try to get and understand the terminology that they use and all the wacky things that they came across in terms of the terminology, and it was still fine.
Mm.
Learning them wasn't a problem at that point. It was more just like trying to teach, get others to also learn my way of thinking about things so that we can understand and come to an agreement.
Mm.
So it's like that part of it was a bit of a challenge, but in the end, when it came to like social communities, I didn't really like focus that much on like this social aspect of the game when I was in the NA server. But when I got
Right.
to the Oceanic, it came much more naturally, where I definitely wanted to be part of the community more because we're a lot more we're part of the same kind of like region. We have that connectivity. I didn't really have that with the NA server because I didn't know where most of them are. They're all
Right.
from different parts of the world.
Mm. Yeah.
So yeah,
It's a
I'd
lot
say
more.
it came much more natural. Yeah.
Mm. It's a lot more tight knit as well for in Materia. I actually just remembered my experience, like when Materia
Mm,
first opened too. I remember because I
mm,
started from on JP, and so I
yeah.
know like the JP like methods and the way they socialize. And I remember like the NA players getting mad at us for using like the circle dash way of saying hi in like party chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, why are you like, like, why are
What
you
is what
saying
does this
that?
mean?
Like, what is that? Like that, yeah.
Do you have a question or something, or
Like, can you talk, please?
like?
Yeah, but no, I think that's like our standard way of doing things.
I mean, it's just so easier than just saying hi. It's just like, O line. That's it.
Yeah,
It's so much easier.
yeah,
Has anyone even just told me about that? Yeah, like definitely the way people were like gravitate towards each other felt so much more. It felt so much more
effortless.
genuine.
Yep, genuine.
Yeah, effortless, genuine. It was nice to see that, and like especially when like I went over to like your various events that you run. Like when I go into it, I see people like mingling so easily,
Mm.
and some people might not. Some people might just sit on the side. Like I was one of those people that like sat on the side as well, but like just chill, just watching how people interact and enjoy themselves. It still made it pretty easy to be like just say something and interact with the rest of the people in the venue or whatever, and people would just get in there and role play or bounce off each other in terms of conversation. It was still fun when that happened,
Mm.
and that's kind of like why I really started really enjoying going to your various events or going to other people's events, especially the upcoming the upcoming the Materia concert that the name
Toasted bun.
but the yeah Test like concert that she ran before, and then that was great. And then going to the next one's coming up, I'm so excited, and I'm like, well, just
Yeah,
talking about the like the music of the game and talking about what she has plans and stuff like that. It was so cool.
yeah. There's so many talented people in Materia, man. Like, it's
Insane.
just crazy how much we've been able to achieve in this small data center, and yeah, it's very inspiring for myself, and I'm guessing for you as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You being like one of the people that like help shine a light on those people is like why it made me want to do this as well,
Oh,
shining a light on other people and highlighting people and showing how good they are because they are so worth it.
oh, thanks, man.
And
Thank
I
you so
mean,
much.
it's true. It's true.
Um, I guess I wanted to move on to the next question, which is, do you remember
Mm.
how we first met?
Oof. So
I feel like it's
I'll be
different
honest.
answers. We both have different answers, probably.
I think like the first time we properly met would have been PAX.
Yeah.
I think at that time I had still not really fully come to grasp of like what the community was. And I
Yeah.
didn't really know who the people of the community was because I didn't know names or faces yet. One of my dear friends, and she's one of my co-collaborators with Materia Connection, our group that we label ourselves that made the Unending Journey. She's the one that's like the social butterfly of the two of us. I do not have that layer of extrovertedness. That's all her. And because of her, like she kind of connected me to like Sarah Jane's people, friends group, and then that kind of led me towards like more of the people in the community. And so Toast at that point, and then I think Toast is how I learned introduced myself to you as well.
Mm.
It kind of led to that point, I think.
Mm. Do you
But
remember
I
what
don't
it
think we
was?
really talked properly. Sorry.
Yeah. Do you remember what it was? Like that, I guess me and Toast were involved with each other that kind of introduced me to you.
So I think the proper time in which we like met was at Limsa Extreme, or what was Limsa
Debauchery.
Extreme, Limsa Debauchery,
Yeah.
with the name change that for whatever
Mm.
reason we had to think about. But
Mm.
yeah, like that was the first time I actually got to physically see you. I think.
Mm.
Um, we still didn't talk that much though at that point of time because
It
I
was
was still
hectic.
like I was
Yeah.
busy doing my part of it. Yeah, that day was insane. Like the people were crowding the room. People were stuck outside the room. They couldn't go in.
Yeah.
And I felt so bad about that as well. But yeah, we didn't really talk that much. But I still knew about you, and I was like, okay, it's a shame that I didn't get to chat too much because we were just so focused on our own thing. Which is why I was so disappointed when I heard like you weren't coming down because like this year for PAX, I was like, oh man,
Yeah.
we've had a good time to like finally get to like properly introduce ourselves and chat.
I guess my memory of when we first met, not in person, but I guess through FF or online, is I remember seeing your name pop up a lot in like Twitch chat, and like your name is very recognizable. And also like during one of
Not a lot of people talk about the feetman.
yeah, Footman. I was like, I remember this is Footman guy. Yeah, I see your name pop up in
There's
chat.
sincere, like generally nice reason for that name. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yep. I'm curious to know what the reason is. But yeah, I see your name.
I'll go into that later. Yeah.
I see your name pop up in like our events. I can't remember which one it was. I think like so many of them, like even Boulevard Queer. And then I noticed your name on socials as well, because you use the same kind of handle. And then I think I was doing a bit of like a deep dive, and saw like the things that you were kind of interested in, and when you messaged me, I think on Discord about your magazine, the Unending Journey, I guess that's when we started really talking, because you interviewed me for that as well, which I'm really grateful for. Thank you so much. When I first saw it in the magazine, I was like, oh my god, I can't read this. I can't read this. But no, I appreciate it so much. It means so much. But yeah, my first time, I guess, meeting you in person was at PAX. Yeah. But it was very, very short.
Very brief. Yeah, it was brief. I kind of remember your face, but not fully. That's why I was hoping to like get proper like image of you when I talk to you. But
yeah,
well,
that's okay. Next year, I'll be.
But yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, hell yeah. Definitely gonna do some more stuff. I've got some stuff planned for next year as well for PAX.
Heck yeah. Damn.
That's cooking away, and I'm trying to think of So yeah, I'm already starting to think of stuff.
Yeah. So how did the name?
Yeah. I'm keen on it. Okay, so the NGU part is the first 3 letters of my last name. My last name is Nguyen or Nguyen.
Yeah.
Nguyen is just easier to say. But Footman was a thing that was a shared memory I had with a friend that I had made in high school. She was a dear friend of mine that like I would do so much to like appease them and help others as well, and they kind of like realized that I was the kind of person that always wanted to give, and that's kind of been the thing that I always do. And I don't know, people can kind of see that about me. That's like it's something that I always offer. So I always offer service or something like that. And at some point, they thought they were playing a lot of like Warcraft 3, and they thought about the footman unit.
Oh, yes.
And they're like, the footman unit, the footman unit is like the grunt. They do all that grunt work, and it's always at the bottom, but they always like push to do something, whatever is commanded and asked for.
Yeah.
And it kind of stuck to me. I was like, it's something I always do. Like it's always been in the DNA, the fabric of my DNA, where it's like I will always do what I can to serve others or do something for them to make them happy, because that makes me happy as well.
Oh, that's amazing. I love that. Your name has so much
it kind of stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a weird kink thing. But it's alright.
Yeah, it's not a weird fetish. Yeah.
I don't mind if people think it is. I just tell the story, or I just let them think that it's funny. It's a little story they can like accept. And it's like, yeah, sure.
Yeah. I mean, that's really sweet. I thank you so much for telling me that. Yeah. So, have you been keeping up with details about the upcoming patch 7.4?
Yeah. Oh man, the big thing with the glamour thing is insane. Like,
yeah,
all that talk back then was like trying to make sure that classes had their visual identity and all that stuff thrown out the window finally, and I'm glad for that. I think Square Enix or Creative Business Unit 3 have been really good at like finally letting go of their hard stances that they had. There are some that they will not cross, and I know, and that's probably for the best. But stuff like this, in terms of the design philosophies, I'm really glad that they're like accepting that, because, like, I think one of the first few wins in terms of glamour was like the gender locking stuff is finally being unrestricted.
Yeah.
And they're finally letting that happen. That's a great win, finally. Slowly Vieira's and Hrothgar's getting their ears finally put into the game.
Yeah.
Or, removing the ears if they don't fit the hat. And obviously, yeah, this unrestricted glamour thing where any class can wear any piece of armor is so awesome. Like, I've already started seeing some incredible like glam ideas from like Reddit and all that stuff from people who are like posting some ones that they think about but they couldn't do yet. So they just have a picture of it from the character preview thing where you can save slots and stuff because you don't get to actually wear it yet. But people are making some really cool glams, and I'm just like so glad that like the creativity on that front is going to be like much more opened up. But I think I was talking to Lainey about it, and she mentioned that like it's also a shame that like losing that restriction also means that some of the creativity is also lost as well. But it's like a double-edged sword, I think. I can understand like the idea is that having that restricted amount of the tools in your hand means that you don't get to really dig into like whatever glam pieces you get to make the really cool stuff. But I mean, I've seen your glam boss, and my god, people are creative. So hey,
Yeah. When I first heard that, the news, I was really excited. I messaged Edian. I was like, "Oh my god, Edian! Like, Glam Boss is gonna be so fire the next season." But then I realized like Eorzea collection, he's gonna have to do like a lot of
yeah, I was thinking about
changes.
that as well.
Yeah, I was
I
like,
was thinking about that
good
as well
luck,
because all
man.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, poor guy.
But I think I agree. I kind of agree with what Lainey said. In terms
Yeah.
of I guess the creativity and the effort that people have to put in to achieve a certain look. It's a lot. I guess it'll be a lot easier now that you have access to all gears.
Yeah.
For example, when we had like a crafter gear, sorry, not crafter gear, crafter glam, for a specific theme, it was like really impressive. Because of how crafter gear looks, it's quite like modern
They
looking
put.
gear. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was like one of the glamours was from Drusilla Rose, and she did like a Phoenix Arcadian fighter,
Oh.
and it was a
Yeah. I remember that.
it was a
Yeah.
crafter glam, and that was really like impressive.
I didn't realize it was Craft again. Wow, that's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's that. Yeah, I do agree with Lainey about that part. But then like having it open to all classes and all levels too, I think is a good step forward and for the glamour community. It keeps, I guess, it fresh and like more things to play with. And
like
I'm
one
looking
of my
forward to it.
favorites is that because of this unrestricted part, like the weapons are now more incorporated in the glams now, so you can do more things with that. Like, I mean, the obvious one that people were put up was like the figment weapon for like Paladin was like the ladle and the lid, and people can actually wear like the culinarian outfit, the artifact armor and stuff like that, and use that to like look like a proper chef while they have the ladle in the pot.
Yeah.
Like, but they can use the weapons now as the actual aspect of the glam now, which is awesome. That's a good positive part about this change.
Yeah.
No, the glam part very cool.
Is there any other
what I'm
exciting?
really disappointed about, I didn't hear about, and I'm hoping that they stick it in. Yeah, I mean, I was really hoping to hear some Blue Mage stuff.
Blue
Blue
Mage.
Mage, yeah, Blue Mage stuff is one of my favorite mini games or aspects of Final Fantasy 14. Shout out to my like Blue Mage team that like really made me love it. They pushed me into like doing the raiding stuff for Blue Mage, and I got so into like the nuances of like using Blue Mage spells to take on like back on Gaia, like taking on that fight
Yep.
in extreme. I'm like insane like things we had to do to like make that work.
Yeah.
And like it was like a puzzle. It was like readapting a fight that has already been done to death, like in the Savage tier, and then you had to like problem solve and puzzle it out with 8 other blue mages who are all DPSs, and all the roles aspects of the raid gets like changed up, and it's all that wackiness is insane fun, and it led to some incredibly fun moments to me. So Blue Mage content is one of my favorite content in the game, and I really wanted to see more of it. Didn't get any news on it. It's like, but we know that Beastmaster's coming up at 7.5, and I'm also really looking forward to that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, 7.4 though, I wouldn't say that's the patch that I'm incredibly excited for in terms of content, but it is more content in the game, which I still love because I still love playing this game. So there's more content to do. So I'm happy to do that. I mean, that said, I've still barely done stuff with the moon. I think apparently Sophia's moon's finally done, so I got to go back to that and get back to the mines.
Yeah. Yeah. Alrighty. So you that was my next question. I was going to ask you what your favorite aspects about the game was, but thank you for answering that already. I guess it's time to play a game. So the game we're going to play is not so rapid fire questions. I'm going to just...
Alright, so I got to really drag this out then.
I'm going to ask you some random questions, and you can just say your answer and feel free to explain why. So the first one is, describe your ideal night out.
Ooh. My ideal night out would be to wander around in a part of the city that I've not been to and find a restaurant that I've never seen before. I am a foodie at heart. I love trying out new things. And if it's something I've never had before, great. I want to give it a shot.
Ooh.
If it's bad, great. I'll never come back. But if it's good,
eater. Yeah.
I recognize it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like for my birthday, which was like 2 weeks ago, we went to a fusion Asian restaurant, and we had like a banquet meal with me and a few friends of mine, and we had one of the best Laos meal I've ever had in my life. It was like a salad that had like crispy fried like rice that's compacted together, and it created such an insanely awesome like textural feeling when I was eating it. And then they had some really cool stuff, like a really nice lemony spicy chicken, and then like decent curry. Curry was kind of mid, I'll be honest. But there was some really cool parts of the banquet. But yeah, no, I thoroughly enjoy exploring. Night out, just exploring some stuff in the food, the culinary world out there.
First of all, that sounds delicious. Second of all, happy belated birthday. You said 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, November 3rd, yeah.
Oh, happy belated birthday.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Next one. If I was to come over for dinner, what would you cook or prepare for me?
All right. I think if I was to make something, I would have to make something that I'm confident in. Now, the only thing I'm confident with is fried rice.
Yeah.
I could make noodles. That's easy.
I love
do fried rice.
I love fried rice in my Vietnamese
hell yeah, that's
household.
easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's in my blood as well. Like I'm Vietnamese. I eat tons of fried rice. It's just natural now. Do you prefer tomato rice or regular, just white rice?
I prefer tomato rice.
So tomato rice. Yeah, that's it.
Yep.
Yeah. So tomato rice is easy. I could easily whip that up as well because probably have tomato paste somewhere. Just use that and start putting on the thing. Yeah, I definitely do fried rice. My ideal fried rice would be, obviously egg. I generally do use like, corn, peas, carrot. I do love spam as well. So getting the hot and spicy spam, slice that into it, and like cooked up with it. It releases all that fat oil into the rice as well. That is solid. Yeah, I like that one. There are some dishes I really want to learn to make though, especially from the Viet cookbook. Crispy fried noodles is one of the ones I really want to learn to make. The sauce is the one I'm trying to learn to make. The noodles I can get somewhere, and I know how to cook the beef and stuff. The vegetables and stuff is fine, but then making the sauce, the gravy thing to pour onto the crispy fried noodles to like soften it up, that's the thing I gotta learn to make well.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. You know what? I'm excited. If I ever get invited to go over to your house, I know I'm in for a treat.
Absolutely. I'll
Right.
be doing a lot of, because I'll be moving out next year, so that's where I'm
Oh.
going to be like doing a lot more cooking to like practice and like make a ton of mistakes to figure out my stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, nice.
What kind of kid were you in high school?
I was definitely the geeky kid. I hung out with a lot of the nerds and geeks, I think.
Nice.
It was a weird mix of that and trying to be like associated to the Asian clique as well.
Yes.
Yeah, I think you have an idea what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So like, there was that part of it as well. Those are the same guys that try to get me into like WoW and stuff because they always play WoW, Maple Story, but then they go out to like clubs and stuff as well where they try to sneak out and all that stuff. Yeah, I spent my time like going in between those two, but like not really associating that much with the Asian group. I more associated with the nerds and geeks because I love my video games. I love my dork culture. It's the kind of thing that like molded me into things that I liked.
Damn.
Now, like they got me into Doctor Who. I love Doctor Who.
Yeah.
It was great.
You and I have that in common. We share that.
It's that
Yeah.
a world that we split.
Yeah. I was also that kid in high school.
There's some parallel. There's some like connections. Yeah, yeah.
What is your favorite takeaway food?
Oh boy. All right. Gosh. I think my favorite takeaway would have to be gosh. Yeah, I didn't expect this one to be so hard actually.
You're a foodie.
Yeah, it's just like how trashy do I go with my takeaway? Or how like good quality do I go with this choice? I think I go with trashy. I think for trashy it would have to be KFC. Just
Oh yeah.
It's just so trashy and bad for my health. But I don't know, man. Sometimes I just feel like that Colonel Sanders' secret lemon herbs and spices chicken, man.
Yeah, give me some of that supercharged sauce.
Oh man, supercharged sauce. There is one thing I got to say though. I recently started to not like Zinger Burger buns.
Okay.
And it made me, I don't know, something about that just. I started to like not enjoy the bun, so I ended up like taking the bun off and just eating the insides only. And it feels sacrilege. I was like, this is bun that's wasted now. And I was like, no, I just don't buy Zinger anymore.
Yeah.
Try to understand why. I just haven't quite understood it yet.
It's okay. I can confess something. When I have KFC, I throw away the gravy.
Oh.
Oopsie.
I mean, from all the stories of anyone who's worked at KFC, I understand.
I don't like the gravy.
Do you pour the gravy out or the entire thing?
Sorry?
Like the potato is part. Do you pour out the entire thing, like the potato part of it as well, or do you like try to pour out the gravy
I
only?
just throw the entire tub in the bin. Oops! Oops!
I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Yeah.
I guess, I could
No, no,
swap
it's
it.
fine. It's fine.
I could swap the gravy with like fries, I think. But sometimes I forget and I'm like, oh, I have gravy. I'm just gonna throw it out. Moving on. If you could listen to only one
Swiftly.
if you could if you could listen to only one album for the rest of your life, what would it be?
One album for the rest of my life. Oh, I think if I had to listen to one album for the rest of my life that would keep me not from going insane, it's an arrangement mix from OCE Remix. They did a arrangement of the Final Fantasy VI album of the soundtrack, and they're all so unique. All the tracks are unique and different genres that it would like mentally stimulate me constantly. But like, this is different. I don't remember this, and then it would go back and forth because there's just so many different tracks. I am a sucker for video game music. That's more of the genre that I
That's
enjoy
awesome.
more. I don't really listen to as much pop music or anything like out on the radio. Doesn't mean that I don't know about it or don't listen to it sometimes, but it's not my go-to.
Yeah.
Um,
That'd be what you listen
yeah.
for the rest of your life if you only could listen to one.
Yeah, that's what like I want something varied. Like if I could say the Final Fantasy XIV soundtrack, I would say that, but that's too big. You have to specify one thing. I was like, no, I couldn't do that. I couldn't specify like Josh Shadowbringers movie because like that could also like, as much as I think it's an absolute banger, love it all of it. That would drive me nuts if I just had to listen to that.
Alrighty.
Oh, you know what? Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Let me redact that. The Smash Brothers Ultimate soundtrack.
Yeah, it's
Tons
pretty
and
good
tons
too.
of music.
Yeah.
Just like all the arrangements are just insane. Just like, all right, I love all of it because like you got all these pieces of like
different games.
Different games from like different composers as well. You got like Yoko Shimomura on it, or you got Tri-Ace or something like that. It's so great.
Yeah.
But anyway.
What is your dream job?
Oof. So, if you'd asked me this maybe a few years ago, maybe 8 years ago, I would have said to be a producer at a game studio.
Oh, wow.
I love being a supporting member of the crew. I love being a support person, and that's a part of my nature. I still do love that. However, 7 years ago, I got added to a games company as a QA member, and I now see the meat and potatoes of it all, and oh my god.
Is that a lot?
I would. It's a lot. It's definitely a lot. I still would love to do production on a game, but not with the studio I'm with. I would like to do it on my own terms. But obviously, at some point, I'd love to like make my own thing, make my own game, and that's always kind of been on my mind.
Wait, are you saying you currently work in the games industry?
Yeah, I do QA. I play video games for a living.
That's awesome. Oh my gosh. That's my dream job when I was in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back then, it's like, yeah, like just gonna play games on it. It's fine. And then you get to play it, and then you realize, oh dear, this is a lot more tragic than I thought it'd be.
I used to take animation classes and coding because I also wanted to like work on games and make games and stuff like that when I was in high school. But I think like I did well in my classes and stuff like that, but I think I went more for the coding part and pursued that. So now I'm like a software developer. Yeah.
I mean, you get so much more like doors open to you when you go that route. I think so. I think you made the right choices there.
I wouldn't say
Um,
that's my dream job though.
fair call. No, fair
Yeah.
call. Not a lot of people will say that as their dream job, so
Yeah.
it's fair call.
Um,
Um,
but I guess to answer my own question, my dream
yeah, like
job.
I want to like produce that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. What would you think my dream job is? Not if you know, like knowing what you know about me.
Mm. I'd say you want to be a director for like a production. That's like a big wide scale production, like a film production or something like that. Maybe not film, maybe some sort of theatrical production, some sort of thing to do with the creative arts.
Mm,
Um, but I reckon you'd want to be like making it or being part of that, leading that charge.
mm. You know what? You're so right about the film as well because that was something that I was really interested in, but I just didn't know where to start.
Yeah,
Um,
that's a hard one for
yeah,
sure. Cinematography and stuff.
yeah.
Um, Before I worked in QA, I worked with a VFX studio that was in they were graduated from like the tertiary course, and so I did the marketing for them, and I got to see like the process that they tried to do to implement as a VFX studio because they were making a sci-fi horror show. It didn't go very well, so it never got released, but I remember the processes they did. I remember being on set for when they were taking like the the shots, and I remember the tension. I remember like the amount of like passion they had as well, and everything about that was really cool. But getting to that stage was huge. Like it was huge. It costed so much time, effort, and money. But it was really cool being on set, seeing them, like seeing the director, seeing the director of photography, just seeing the actors, and especially actors. Like I don't really know beforehand what or who or what are actors in Australia are. Like I don't I picture when I think actors, the ones in America, the ones in Hollywood,
Hollywood.
wherever. I don't really. Yeah, I always pictured that. But then when I got to like chat to these people who are trying their hardest to like follow that career path, and they're like the most humble people ever. They're trying to like make their way, trying to find jobs that like would like help raise their name to heights. And I'm like, they're so cool. They're trying so hard for it, and they give it their all every time. And I'm just
Mm,
like, that's so cool.
yeah. One last one.
Hmm.
Big spoon or little spoon?
Obviously both. However, if on a day that I just feel like just want to be in a bowl, I want to be the small spoon.
Yep.
It just on a random day, I think I just want to be like in a bowl and just let
mm,
them encapsulate.
that's a fair answer. Alrighty. That was fun. I want to talk about PAX now.
Right.
Um, yeah. So you've been involved in the community meetup, Limsa Extreme,
Mm.
for both
Hmm.
last year and this year. So I
Yeah.
guess I want to.
I also attended the Limsa Extreme for the year before that as well.
There was a
But as
third
a
one.
just yeah, there was the first inaugural one they did. Well, first debut one, I suppose.
Wait, yeah, you're right. I did hear about that, and
Hmm.
like Puppy Chai couldn't make it, right?
Yeah, because he
Yeah,
got COVID.
yeah.
Yeah, I was there for that one, and that also caused me to go on the path that I went to with this community thing.
Nice.
Um, so yeah, I'll let you finish your question first. I cut you off. I'm so sorry.
No, 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 that's okay.
Yeah.
Actually, thanks for like
Uh,
correcting me. Um, 2023, 2024, and 2025. So I
yeah,
guess for
yeah,
the ones that I were present for, last year, you you were in charge of the sticker exchange, right? And the scratch to win
yeah,
thing.
yeah, yep,
So I guess
yeah.
how did that idea come about?
So yeah, so as I said, 2023 when I went to the Limsa Extreme, Limsa Debauchery at that time, it was the first time that the FF14 community had like a PAX event in terms of like a fan meetup community event, and I went to it just to like see because I like Final Fantasy 14. I want to take a look. It was definitely really cool to see it, but it didn't feel like I could get into it. I couldn't feel like could be dragged into it, be welcomed into it because it was very at the time it felt like it was so uh, enclosed in terms of like the inside jokes and all that stuff. It felt like that was at the time. But then like what my mind went to at that time was more that at the end of that event, I remember I saw like 3 or 4 people that had like a sign in front of them saying, "Hey, I'm part of a sticker exchange. Well, let's trade stickers." And I remember like majority of people didn't really know anything about these people, and they walked out of the room. And I always felt like, I wish someone said something about them or arranged that something would happen. That this was a thing that happens, and people can go up and talk to each other, get to know each other in the community. So at that point, I was like, okay, well, I mean, I'll trade my stickers. I had some because I was actually going to go to FanFest that year,
Oh,
and I had some
damn.
stickers and cards. Yes, I went to FanFest in London in 2023, and they were someone in that community that was going to London had already started arranging a sticker exchange over there. And they were like, okay, well, I'll get you my stickers, get ready for the exchange. Traded them, and then that was the end of PAX. I went to FanFest and went to the sticker exchange in there, and my god, it was a whole different beast. That was the reason why I started to want to do the sticker exchange because I saw how they did it.
You wanted to bring it to
Um,
us.
I wanted to bring this to us to like bring that same feeling to us to make it like to get people together to talk to each other and like gush over each other's warriors of lights and like love like how they look or talk about the thing or just get to know each other. Because when I went to FanFest, the coolest thing was that like because it was in London, I got stickers and cards and beads and like a small little like pan and like candy from like people from different countries and like they were from different data centers and they were just all over the place, and that was insane when I like think about like the trajectory that well the pathway that these warrior of lights have gone. Like this person had given their character their warrior of light to me to bring home to Australia, and it's like they traveled so far, and that's why like I love that kind of like thought process. Where like your character has seen some more part of the world because you gave me a part of it, and that's why I was like, okay, I want that. I want to bring that feeling. So in 2024, when I got back home, I talked to Linalis, and and I was like, I want to do this for the community, and so how do we do this? How do I talk to people? Because I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how to bring across this idea. And so I was like, all right, we'll just do some stuff. We'll just start making some things, and I'll talk to some people. So I talked to Agni Kai, who now you're aware of. Uh,
Mm.
she's one of my close friends, and she is one of my FC artists. And she was the one to like started teaching me about like the gambling sector in Australia because she works in poker,
Yep.
the poker stuff, and
Yep.
like told me like you need to have some regulations and stuff like that. So, but if you want to do the scratchy idea, you're gonna have to put the like terms of services stuff at the back and actually identify what the actual prizes are. It's like, all right, cool, all right, we'll do that. So we did that, and then yeah, I was like, I saw, um, uh, was it Will Cry? No, it was one of the like manufacturers that does merch items. I saw that they were doing scratchy, like grey little square things that you scratch stuff off.
Mm.
That's when like the scratch idea kind of started building up. I was like, all right, I 100% want to do a scratchy, and I want to do like gift prizes for people so people can like start talking about it, like get in there and just like be part of it.
Mm.
So I did that, and then about May or maybe August, maybe near August, we had heard that Square Enix was going to have a booth at PAX Australia for 2024. It was to celebrate Dawn Trail and all that stuff. As soon as that was mentioned and I think brought up in the Final Fantasy 14 ANZ Facebook group, I then cheekily wrote in the comments saying, what if we did something for the devs? What if we give something to them? Just so they can remember ANZ as their first trip down here. And so there, I was like, all right, let's do something. What could be something that a lot of people could contribute towards? And so I looked at the banner and I was like, all right, let's make a big giant banner. I'll grab Agni Kai again so she can draw me a really sick design on the banner. She pulled on it off so well. My idea was so crap compared to what she threw up for me, so I was so glad she was a part of that. And we got that banner made, I got it printed, and then the next challenge was to try to like do a call out to see how many people we can get to sign it.
I was there
the week of PAX. Did you sign it on the Monday where Yoshi P was doing the speech or the chat, or were you doing it? Did you do it at PAX?
I did it at PAX. Yeah.
Okay. So like, yeah, on the Monday there was a chat that Hex I think was doing an interview with Yoshi P talking about the games industry, talking about his work with Final Fantasy 14, and I brought it to that event. I was shocked at how fast the banner was filling up. I was genuinely worried that I had to turn it around, like flip it upside down, and I had people sign the back of it as well. But somehow, we didn't have to do that. Majority of the people were drawing like insanely big pictures of like their Warrior of Light as well. I'm like, no, the size is too big, but I can't stop this. I'm just gonna let it happen. So yeah, we got that, and then yeah, we got it signed at PAX, and then I got one last chance for people to sign it on the Saturday, and then we just gave it to them when they did their the Saturday what was it, the character design panel that they were doing. We gave it to them then.
You know what? I saw them.
I did have regrets though.
Oh, you have regrets?
Yeah, I wish I held off on giving it to them before the panel. I wish I'd give it to them after it, or held off on giving it to them until I could actually physically see them, because I didn't actually get a picture with them with it. It was such a shame. I just couldn't. Like they kept saying like I had to give them the banner thing. I couldn't like give it to them directly. So I had to give it to the staff. I was like, all right.
I see. I did see a photo of them holding the banner on their Instagram. They posted it on the Instagram.
Yeah.
That was huge.
Yeah, and I couldn't find that. I couldn't find that myself. I had to like get a secondhand picture of it. I was like, all right, well, that's something at least. I'm happy that they got it.
Yeah. It's in their hands.
But yeah, I was still very happy that they still took a picture of it. Yeah. I was generally, so recently there was like a video of the Trash Taste guys. They went to go look at the office. I was really hoping that I could spot it in the office somewhere, but they didn't like scan the office that much, so unfortunate. But I'm always looking around.
Yeah. You know what?
Yeah.
I was also looking like for, you know, during the live streams, like for the
I'm always just keeping an eye out just to see.
Yeah, I was also looking for the Materia award that Toast gave to you.
Yeah. It's like I'm hoping just to see it, just to see a cameo somewhere of the stuff that we've given them.
Yeah. Yeah. So like this year at PAX, you started the Materia, right? Materia Connection.
Yeah, Materia Connection. Yeah.
And you handed out copies of the yearbook, Unending Journey. I guess.
Yeah.
How did that idea come about, and what was the process like when you were making it, from, you know, designing the pages and all that stuff?
So, the Unending Journey was, I'd say it's like a relatively like late thought process. I knew that I wanted to do more than what I was doing already in terms of reaching out to the community, and I think that memory I had at that first Limsa debauchery was still in my mind, where like these people like didn't really have a chance to like express themselves or tell people that this thing was happening, and I wanted more of a chance for that to be the case. And then, in the last year and a bit, I got to like see the stuff that you did as well, like things that you like put so much effort and love into, and I was like, more people need to know about this. How do I do that? There's no way I could do that because I don't know that many more people. But I was like, well, people know people. I don't need to be the one to tell people directly. I just give it to them so that they can take it along and keep spreading it along. And I was like, wow, what kind of who would be able to like where would I be able to do that? And be like, well, people at PAX don't necessarily know much about the Materia data center. Not all of them do, some don't. So I was like, all right, well, if I have an opportunity to show off what Materia does, maybe that might encourage people to have a look at these things more, or like are more aware of the stuff that you do, or what the fact that we do these community event stuff like Kia did with Limsa Debauchery and Extreme, or uh, the various like others, the Eorzean Aquarium, they do their events as well that we didn't really know about, or I didn't know about. And it kind of got me the chance to like meet and talk to more people in the data center, which was so good. It was so helpful for me to like see that people are out there doing things and like trying to keep that spirit alive, which is so important. That I think that needs to be fueled more by having more people see that.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah, and it wasn't just like people in game. It's like I wanted people to know about the artists who love Final Fantasy 14 as well, and who do fan art stuff for Final Fantasy 14, and people don't necessarily know that they do that kind of stuff, or like services that people do in like venues, or like photography, like G pose photography and stuff like that. Those were such cool services that people don't really know about, and I've had a chance to like talk to people afterwards after PAX, and they were like surprised that these things existed as well. And I was like, yeah, that's my job done. This is why exactly why I wanted to do this, because all of these cool things are happening, and yet we only know so little about it. So I was like, yeah,
Yeah, you even featured some of the content creators on Materia DC as well.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said before, like Sarah Jane was like one of the first like content creators that I knew about in the Final Fantasy 14 OCE like community, and she became a friend of ours. She was a friend of Linalis's first, but then she became a friend of mine afterwards. And then from there, like I started meeting other people. Like I met Christy, I met Al, I met Toast, and just it started spreading out. And then I was like, I want to know more about these other oceanic content creators as well. I want to talk to, I talked to Lit. There's like Laney. Yeah, the list goes on. I was like, okay, there's just so much more that I didn't know about. And I should probably introduce myself just to be like, hey, I see you, and I want you to also be seen by others, because you're doing this for your fun, and I want other people to see the person that you are.
Yeah. I think that yearbook is such a great encapsulation of our community. And I think when you first sent me the
The
copy,
PDF.
the
Oh,
PDF. Yeah,
because you were there, so I couldn't give it to you.
yeah, I got to see it early. Yeah, I was like just blown away by just all the like effort that you put into it. I don't know if it was just you that did all the pages, like the
No,
graphic design. Okay.
so the graphic design stuff was myself and Linalis, and a lot of it was Linalis's input, because I'm an ideas guy. I'm
All
not the
right.
best at doing the thing itself, but I do get in there and do it because it is my project as well, so I have to do it. So some parts of it is mine, some parts of Linalis's. But some of the really pretty stuff, that's all her. That's all her.
It's amazing. It's so good.
I did like, and then I bounced off ideas off to her, and then she tells me if they're good or she improves it, and then she improves it for me as well. Which absolutely helped. It was couldn't do without her.
Yeah.
But it definitely ran us ragged. Definitely ran me ragged doing
That was
all
a
of that.
team effort. But yeah, it was shout out to Lineless for that. It's it turned out so well. And I hope it continues. and the
Yeah,
next
yeah.
one can feature even more things from our community. Is Linus the one that gave me the sprout?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Thank you so
She's the
much.
one that made the crocheted sprout.
Yeah. I think is Linus also the one that made me that Glam Boss bracelet?
Yes.
Oh my
She was doing a
god.
lot of the candy. She was doing a lot of candy.
Damn. You know,
Um,
when I first got that bracelet at PAX last year, I got it from
mm.
Toast. I think Linus gave it to Toast. And
Ah,
then
okay,
Toast
okay,
gave it to
okay.
me, and I was like, "Who is this from?" Like, low key, it made me quite emotional because I wasn't expecting like I wasn't expecting it. And like I said, Glam Boss, like, oh my god, like someone actually like pays attention to the things that I do. I was like, it was just really warm and heartwarming. Thank you so much, Linus. I can see you in chat right now. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're already starting to plan ahead for stuff. And I'm like, all right, we've done this twice now. We gotta learn from our lesson and start doing things a little bit earlier in terms of what we want to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're always watching, and I'm trying to keep a record now. So I did make that new, as I said, Materia Connection started this year, and there is a new Discord channel which I haven't really put too much work onto it yet or anything like that. But it's a place for me to like start collecting events or like things that I see in the data in the data center and the OCE community, just so I can start putting it together and start looking into that, and then talk to those people later on when I get a chance to, and start developing those ideas for whatever pages or whatever. Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, like the yearbook idea was just it's a double-edged sword that I realized later on that like I probably shouldn't have done a yearbook, but I just wanted a theme for it because it made sense to be like I look back at like the stuff that OCI did, but I did too many interviews. I was like, there's not enough pictures. Then I just show more things about it, and that was a whole process that I like went through.
Hmm.
Um, but now that like I got this one done, I'm more than happy. I'm really happy the way it turned out.
Hmm.
Definitely proud of it. Um, it's been a good way for me to now like use that as like a leap off point for like showing it off to other people in the community. Hey, this is what I do. Would you like to be a part of it? I'd love to include you. And that's kind of like open up the chat with a lot of different people.
Hmm. It's almost like kind of like a time capsule.
Yeah, yeah,
And
100%. That's definitely what I wanted. Yeah.
yeah, I I wanted to ask, was there anything in this issue? Sorry, no, is there anything for the next issue that you didn't include in this one that you wish to
Um.
include?
Yes. Yes. This definitely was. Yeah. There's parts of the game that didn't get like any attention to, like this during my like chat to various content creators, and I did add one of them into the index at the back. One of them does a lot of PvP content, and PvP in especially in the Oceanic data center is very quiet. Very they're very small community, but they are pushing it as hard as they can, and I recognize them and I see them, and I want them to like get more of a boost because they want to do that content. PvP content is like one of the things that like people are afraid of doing, but it's nothing to be afraid of because it's it's there's no real loss if you lose. And the people don't really yell at you unless they're really really hardcore about it. And those people, you just mute them. Just mute those people. There's the ones that like front lines who are yelling about following them dot to dot whatever.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, don't worry about that. But like,
yeah.
you don't get yelled at singularly. And if you do, those are the kind of people that just don't care about those
Mm. There's
people.
good and bad for
But yeah,
PvP
they're
and
people
raiding.
who are trying to like show off. Yeah, exactly. That's great. It's for a lot of different part of the game. It's not singularly one thing. So like people, I'm trying to like encourage people to like get out of their shell as well, because I tried to get out of my shell, and I want people to try the best as well. Not everybody
Mm.
can do it. I know that, but that's why I'm trying to encourage it as well when I
Mm.
can.
Yeah.
It's because, yeah, it's definitely something that like I've always scene when it comes to my friends and people in the community that I was already linked to at the time. People didn't want like something as simple as tanking. People didn't want to tank because they're afraid of anxiety. They thought that they had to not disappoint anybody because if they die, then it's over. The thing's gonna go badly. And I keep trying my best to like teach them, no, it's fine. If you die, it's on me because I'm the healer and I'm the one that screwed it up. So don't you worry. Keep going. And if we die, stand up. Let's go again. It's all good.
Yeah.
And it's like it's something I really want to like get people to be involved in as well. And I know it's hard. Especially, the Materia data set has always been the kind of data set where we want to do more things. So yeah, the PvP part of it is one thing. And then people who are trying their best to do like the Occult Crescent Fork Tower runs. People who do Eureka, people who do Delibirate Reginate Savage, those people have been trying their best to do stuff. Like the content achievers constantly try to like do that kind of stuff so that people can do old content and not miss out on it. Especially in the oceanic community where there's not that many people that want to do it, but there are people who are willing to do it. So I want to help promote them, give them an fighting chance to like get more people in.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. Like, I do recognize the effort that the Materia Wolfsten have been putting into the PvP scene, to keep it alive in Materia DC. So yeah, that's a really good idea to include them in the next issue next year as well. Yeah, I agree.
My only worry is that because it's going to be a end of year thing, it's like a whole year. I was like, oh. So I was like, I wanted to maybe do something small, like mid year or something like that. But I don't know. Thinking about it still.
Yeah, there's a special art piece on the back cover of the booklet. I guess without spoilers, could you tell us about this piece and how the idea of folding the page to show that hidden quote came about?
So I am a serial commissioner. I commission a lot of people to do art for my character or as gifts for people or just for the sake of doing it because I want to support them. Because I love their art or their art is pretty, I just want to do something. Whenever I do it, I always try to think of like some strange, weird gimmick because I love doing unique stuff with whatever I do when I can. And one of the types of art that I've always loved, but had no idea how we could do it, was the Mad Magazine fold, which was like a crazy like memory I had that I always had when I was young because when I grew up, I always went to the library to like, mom sent me to the library just to like read a book, borrow some books, do some stuff, and I always like gravitated towards the Mad magazines because they were like visually interesting than just reading, novels, young fiction novels and stuff like that. But I always remembered those back covers, and it was always such a like. Every time you picked up a Mad magazine from the library, you would always see them folded at the back. The three fold thing was always folded. It was always folded. I was like, okay, sure. So like I followed that, and then I got to see like the transformation effect. I was like, oh, I love that. I love the idea of a transforming art piece. And so like I had a chat with one of my artists that I had commissioned previously, and she was going through a rough time, and I said, don't worry about commissioning me something. We'll call it. I'll get you to do something in the future. I just want to, like, she needs some emergency funds. I just threw it at her, just like, hey, go, take it, and hopefully you're okay. And then I finally called in the favor, like back in September. I asked her, hey, how do you think about doing something like this? And I showed her the Mad Magazine thing where it's like a transforming art piece, and she was like, yeah, let's do this. I'm so excited to do it. I was like, yes. She wants to do it. That's great. I love that. Yeah. I was like, yes, absolutely. I want to do this. So, then we started thinking about like, what do we want to do? And so that was the hard part. What was what scene did I want to depict? And so in Final Fantasy 14, obviously I won't go to the spoilers too much, but in Final Fantasy 14, like Endwalker had like that one big moment that the picture is related to, and it stuck with me for so long that I have to do this. But realistically, I just wanted to somehow use the quote that she uses in that cutscene.
Mm.
I was like, I don't know how I can make it relevant. Then I thought about it a bit more. I was like, no, I do know how to make this relevant. And so I was like, all right, let's do it where it's part of that scene, but when you fold it, it goes to the future of where we are now, and it's like it's
so
enough to
brave.
be
Oh my God.
vague. Yeah, it's so vague enough that it's totally fine, and like you can't even tell that the figure in the middle with that light beam is the person that we're like talking about. Like it's so like it's. Oh, I was so happy with the way it turned out. She didn't really know much about Final Fantasy 14, so it was a chance for me to like lore dump at her. So, so that was super fun. Obviously there was some stuff that like got corrected and I was back and forward, but she was an absolute trooper. Excel, shout out to Excel. She absolutely stunning. She does like art for like she did like an art for like several like authors in like their front cover book. She's the artist that I got to do the poster for last year's PAX when I was doing the sticker exchange announcement. She was the one who did that poster for me. Yeah, just absolutely 10 on 10. I'm so glad that she got that for me. Yeah, if we worked towards to get that done, and we were very excited how it worked out.
It turned out amazing. It was so cool.
I love the color she does with the skies, the sky like coloring, the blue, purple, reds. She smashed it out of the park. I'm so happy.
Yeah, when I got my copy from Elixir, I was just like folding it all the time just to see the transformation. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you brought back the stick exchange this year, but you renamed it to Treasure Exchange because you want people to give more than just stickers. What's some of the coolest or nicest gifts you've received?
So, as I did say to you before, when I went to FanFest, someone gave me like a tiny like frying pan, like a silver frying pan, and it was engraved with like Godbert's like signature initials. So I was like, oh, that's awesome. There's still a thing with that. I think my favorite one though. I think my favorite one that I got given was it was like a care package of stuff, and it was side of it was like uh it was like a rundown of like a person's entire FC because they couldn't come with them to FanFest, and it was like a sticker of the like a chibi sticker of the character, and then a bio about them, and I was like reading that, and they like gave like this heartfelt story into each one of them, and I was like, this is so sweet, and I love like reading the backstory for these characters they gave me. It was so wholesome when I was reading through them, like back in the hotel that day. I was like, ah, it made me excited to like. It is one of it was definitely one of the catalysts that like made me want to do that kind of thing where I just want to like get more people to like give more like stuff. I think the weirdest thing I got though, the weirdest thing I got from the treasure exchange, it was a it was a pin, and the pin had like slightly thicker it was basically booby shaped like lifts in the character. I was like, yeah, okay. Okay, I'll put my pen. I'll use it as a pen rest. I'll just rest my pen on that instead.
Yeah. That's funny.
That was a fun one I had. Yeah. That was a fun one I had.
I think
but you know, it's been really cool.
I didn't get to obviously I didn't go this year, so I didn't really get to experience the treasure exchange. But last year I did get the bracelet from Linalis, but I was also giving out gifts as well. But my gift was a carton of Just Juice. Yeah, I was just giving people cartons of Just Juice. I thought it was funny.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, I was like, "Are you thirsty?
That's
Here,
pretty good.
Have some Just Juice." And then people were like, "Wait, are you Just Juice?" Yeah, it was funny. I didn't give out a lot.
Sick.
But, yeah. But
yeah, I definitely didn't get that.
Yeah.
That definitely would have been one of the weird ones. Man.
Yeah, there's
I did some really cool stuff this year though. Like I think you might have saw it, but like I was giving out I was doing a gacha machine that was part of the stamp rally that we did as part of this treasure exchange thing I was doing. In the booklet there was like that stamp rally where people would go to various content creators and just people within the community that might be known, and to get stamps from them. And if they get X amount of stamps, they get to roll in the gacha machine they had. The gacha machine like had several prizes inside of it. So instead of the scratchy from last year, I did a gacha machine instead.
Okay.
And next year is going to be wacky at the top in terms of that. But each one, if you got like the crappiest prize in it, you'd still get like one of my stickers that I got made in Alibaba, and it was a scratch and sniff sticker where it was the flag. You get one of the 4 flags of the first 4 city states. So Uda, Limsa, Gridania, or Ishgard. Each one of them had a scent that you could scratch the flag for. So I made it so that Uda had cinnamon, Limsa had sea breeze, Gridania had lavender, and Ishgard had marshmallow.
Oh, that's cool.
It turned out really well, and I'm so glad it did.
The stamp rally or
the
scratching thing?
The gacha machine.
Oh,
so
the gacha machine, yeah.
The stamp rally. So to re-explain, the stamp rally was part of the whole event anyway. So if people went up to a community member and took, got them to stamp their book or whatever, and showed me that they had X amount, I let them roll on the gacha machine, and the gacha machine had like a prize in it. If you got the crappiest prize, you just get a sticker, which is one of those scented stickers. Thankfully, we got sponsored by Critical Hit, so we got some of their merch stuff. So that was some of the higher tier prizes. So we gave out like books, we gave out some like acrylic stand, we gave out some pouches from Final Fantasy 14, all this good stuff that they provided for us. So cool.
That's amazing.
I
love how you got sponsored.
That's so sick. Yeah, I mean, I'm so happy about them. And to tease a little bit, I am currently trying to design a theme with them in mind for a new event before PAX.
Oh,
they're the ones I want to try to do something with them. Yeah, because they recently opened up a second store actually in Melbourne that's dedicated to tabletop gaming, and the store location was pretty advantageous in terms of what I wanted to do. So I was like, all right, let's see if I can get it done.
I'm excited to hear more.
So I got to talk to them. I'm excited to like try to get something done for that too. But yeah, I'm just gonna talk to them first and see if it's possible, because it involves 2 parties. So there's another group that I need to talk to as well.
Okay. You mentioned that you went to FanFest. Was it in 2023?
Yeah.
So, do you plan on going to the next one next year?
The London FanFest. Yeah. All right. So I absolutely do want to go, but initially I want to go to the Tokyo one, which is much harder for us to get because we don't have a Japanese JP account. We have
EU,
the European, PAL EU. So it's a bit easier to get to that one instead. So initially I was like, I'm just going to ignore the EU one and just go try my luck at Tokyo. If I don't get it, I don't get it. But I also to go to Japan because I wanted to go to Japan. Just yesterday, and this is what the decision has changed yesterday. I had gone with my friend to Munich bar. It was like a German bar near the convention center. Their first time going there, they wanted to have a look at it, and they had some really, really amazing German food. And, like, it was like a platter of meat, and like it was insane. And it was the first time they got to try it, and first time I got to try some of it as well. The atmosphere that they had in that restaurant was really cool, and I was like, damn, maybe I do want to go to Germany. Maybe I do want to go to FFS Germany next year. The price seems insane though, right? And so I started looking it up. I'm like, it costs $400 to get, well, $500-ish to get from Perth to Frankfurt. It's not the worst. I just got to get my way to Perth for like a day or something, and then I'll fly out. But yeah, it turns out it's not too bad. So I was like, okay, maybe I might do another Europe trip next year. So now I'm interested in going to the EU Fan Fest again. So hopefully I get lucky again, because last time I got really lucky. I got put into the lottery system and I got picked. That's how I got my tickets.
Nice.
Yeah, I was so surprised. I was so happy I got, because I just bypassed all that general admission stuff. I was like, thank God, I don't have to worry about that. Take my time, buy tickets, done. This time around, we'll see if I'm lucky. If I'm not, well.
I also would love to go to FanFest. I feel like I'd love to go to Europe, but it's just so far away. It's so far away from where I'm from. Yeah, it's like 25 hours flight. I think JP would be a lot closer, so I do have like a friend that might be able to enter the lottery for me for that. But if I don't get it,
that's what I'm hoping for as well.
Yeah.
Same here. So I've been to FanFest before. It's definitely a great experience for anybody who wants to go. So I'm okay with not having the experience again this time around. But obviously, people who want to go to it definitely should go, because it changed my life. It's needless to say, it has changed my life.
And what you know what? If we can't go to FanFest, we have Limsa Extreme.
Absolutely.
That's our own little FanFest.
And like basically, yeah. And like I remember like days, weeks ago, like I floated the idea. It was the gentlest float I'd ever threw in to our little chat thing we had for the Limsa Extreme group. It's like, it'd be so cool to have our own con here. It'd be great if we could do our own thing here.
Yeah.
I'm like, if you could call, like, talk to people to get done. But I was like, yeah, no, 100%. The scope is too big. The finances is insane, and all of the planning will be insane. Totally.
I think. Yeah.
But what if I do something anyway?
That's true, but I think we also have like so many groups already like organizing things. For example, Chai, they have like their own event as well, which was apparently really good. So
yeah, you missed. Someone got an award for it, if I recall.
Yeah, I did get an award. Yeah. Damn, I really wish I was there this year, but I couldn't make it.
It was generally really fun. They invited me in as well, and that was really cool to look at that. It was a fantastic night. To the point that I got pneumonia. So yeah.
No.
Fantastic.
I'm glad you're better now.
It was a rough time, but I got through it. Yeah, no, I'm so thankful for it.
All right. We should play another game. This game is pretty simple.
Sure.
It's Would You Rather. Okay, so I'm just gonna give you some options. Sorry, 2 options, and you just pick which one you prefer. So, teleportation or telekinesis?
Teleportation. I definitely want teleportation. Being able to like the slightest glimpse of that was during COVID lockdown. Being able to wake up moments before you have to start working.
Yeah.
Legendary. Yeah. Legendary. I love that. So I don't have to do any of the commute. I just wake up, get changed, have a breakfast, teleport. I'm at work.
That is, I think, like probably the most common answer and the one that makes the most sense in terms of like practicality and just being useful. I personally
Telekinesis is also cool, so
yeah, I as a kid, I've always had like the fantasy of moving things with like my hands and my mind. So that's my choice. Next one.
Was that because of Matilda?
No,
Or was there anything else to it?
No, it was more like Jean Grey and Magneto and
yeah, okay, yeah. Just my finger to brain, finger to temple, just thinking it. Yeah.
Would you rather sing whenever you speak or dance whenever you walk?
So I think both are lovely. However, I feel like dancing to when you want to walk around the place. I mean, levels of dancing isn't you vary that up. With singing whenever you talk. No, we can stop. No, you know what? Singing when you talk. Definitely singing when you talk.
Interesting.
I think, yeah, I think it makes more sense to me.
Okay.
Because like, yeah, it's. I can either terrorize people when I talk to them, or I can improve my singing over time.
Yeah. I already do one of them, so I'm just gonna pick.
I mean,
no, I'm just kidding. I don't sing whenever I speak. But I would choose that. I love singing. I love dancing too, but I think I prefer singing. Next one. Know the truth about everything or believe you already do.
I'll take ignorance. Yeah, believe I already do.
Yeah.
Knowing too much is that's where Eldritch horrors lie.
Yeah. I agree. Next one. Would you rather forget one painful memory or remember one forgotten happy memory?
I would remember one that I had forgotten.
Yeah.
I think that makes that having that is more poignant because it's so easy for me to remember the more painful ones rather than and having that like constant in my mind, but having the happy one reemerge easily, that'd be a gift.
I agree. Also, I feel like I don't want to forget the painful memories because I feel like those are kind of what you kind of learn from.
Yeah.
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 Or like shapes you into the person
definitely.
you are. Yeah. Okay, next one. Travel for free or eat for free?
Oh God! Oh man, that hits me both ways. I think travel for free. I'm more than happy to pay for my food.
Yeah, you don't have to.
I'll happily pay for food. That's cheaper than traveling.
Cars, no gas.
Yeah. And consider like if you wanted to, the train or bus or plane or whatever, that could be a combination as well. So that pays off in multiple ways.
What if you're like just at home and you like DoorDash or Uber Eats like everything for free?
Oh God! So I'm trying to be a bit more healthier nowadays, but like
sounds pretty good to me.
Well, I don't know. So slowly, Menulog announced that they're leaving Australia. I think it was Menulog. So slowly they're starting to die. So maybe we'll always be around. So I'll happily like book a taxi and take me to the place instead.
I think for me, I think I would eat for free.
Oh man,
there's a lot of like food that I can't afford.
Oh, but okay. But would you eat like a ton of caviar forever?
Yes.
Wow. How have you? I actually generally I've never had caviar before. You've tried it, I presume.
I have tried it. Yeah,
it's really good.
It's an experience. Yeah, it's just really salty.
Okay.
To be honest. But it's good.
Fair enough.
But no, like I think traveling. I see the appeal of traveling for free, especially like traveling to different countries, and not having to pay for gas and stuff like that. But at the same time, I don't travel much, like in my life. Like
Yeah, cool.
I'm just usually here. So if I could,
I mean, but if traveling was free and you had the opportunity, would you travel more? Then is be the question. Or nah, you think your lifestyle would be the same still?
No, because I have two cats, and I don't. I have like guilt every time I leave them for more than like 3 days.
So you pay to bring them with you, or you don't pay to bring them with you. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good point. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Damn, this is a really tough one, but I think I'm gonna go with eat for free.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yep. Next one. Always day or always night?
Oh boy. I think I would want always day. Always night. I don't particularly need it to be nighttime for me to be asleep. I can sleep any point in time if I want, so that's not an issue. Nighttime has like it looks nicer, but I think with daytime, I can actually see things better and I can enjoy the world as it is in daytime.
I think,
but like I don't know, man. We've seen what a world full of everlasting light looks like.
True. Wait, so didn't you like that expansion? Isn't that your favorite one?
Yeah, you know what we did with it? We brought back the night.
All right. Yeah, I have to agree with you on that one. I think always day for me.
Yeah, there's no real like benefit to me for it to be nighttime. Not really. I mean, there's some like gorgeous like having the lights shows or something like at night is gorgeous, maybe, but that's it really. I was like, it's all right. Well, what I could do then is I don't know. We'll just get a nice blanket somewhere, cover something like a big giant blanket to cover something, and then you have your light show. There you go. Your artificial nighttime.
And also, if it's always night, all the plants will die. Sorry, that was a bit morbid.
I mean, conversely, plants will also die if you like. It's always daytime as well because it's just overloaded with photosynthesis.
Oh, true. You're so right. Oh my god.
They need time to rest as well. It's like, yeah. I mean, the world is screwed regardless of which we choose. So we'll take that one out of the equation at least.
Yeah. Last one. Never watch TV or movies again, or never listen to music again.
Never watch TV or movies again.
Ooh. Okay.
I could not live a life without sound.
Without what?
I could never live a life without music or sound.
Yeah.
I could never live a life without music or sound. Yeah. I can imagine things at least with music and sound. If I see something, like if I was to like mute the screen and just look at the visuals, then I want to know what's going on, and I don't. Not that I don't have the creativity to make it up, but it wouldn't be as interesting. I don't think.
There are silent films too that are.
Yeah. Which pop up like subtitles and stuff like that. Which I watch my anime and stuff with subtitles. Fair enough, but like. I can at least like imagine that a bit better than thinking about tracks that blow my mind because of these awesome sounds or whatever's made out there. So yeah, I think that would be my answer for sure.
Yeah, I agree. I would choose. I would rather listen to music than never listening to music. All right. That was fun. We will now just. Talk about the last few questions before we wrap up the episode. Sure. It's been a lot of fun. The next question is, what is it about the community that keeps you motivated to stay active and involved?
It's seeing the people, seeing the faces of the people who I see in game, or even if I don't see them, we'll know who they are in game, seeing them like light up when they see, when they exchange a sticker from me, or they get to see a cool thing like live, or just being around the same people who have the same kind of interests that I have. That kind of thing is always going to be fun. It's always going to be on my mind whenever I like go home after the end of the day, or at the end of the weekend of that PAX, or at the end of an event. I just think about like what made them happy, because like I said before, whatever makes people happy makes me happy too.
Oh,
I'd say that it's one of the things that I severely enjoy when it comes to community stuff, and you can apply this to like any other community, but like obviously the reason why I chose Final Fantasy 14 community is because this is the one that I put so much of my time into. This is the thing that I love without a shadow of a doubt. And even when like things were rough, this is the kind of game that kind of pulled me out of the rut, because it gave me, it gave me the friends that I made. It gave me a thing that I enjoy playing, and it gave me a thing that made sure that I would always have a third home. That's the term we use now.
yeah.
A third home too, because it gives you something outside of what I usually do.
Shout out to Alexa, by the way. He actually talked about
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. It's cool.
So, what have been some of your favorite memories on Materia DC?
One of my favorite memories was jumping into the Novice Network when we first like jumped into, when my character made the jump to the server, and watching like the excitement on the buzz and everything going on, and like seeing people like wanted to find friends and stuff like that, and I would encourage them to come over to, hey, have a look at this, join my thing for a bit, and join my FC. I mean, here's this FC over here looking for stuff. I'll go over there, and they would like get into it, and then they started creating a name for themselves within the server, and then even now, like some of them are still around, and I see them in the Novice Network chatting away, like chums and friends that they had for since the release of the Novice, and it makes me happy to see that they're still going at it. And then there's people that like join my FC, still friends to this day, and it's always good to see them. So yeah, it's seeing that camaraderie with the smaller community, and having people try the best to welcome one another is always such a alleviating thing for me when I see it.
Since we're approaching the end of the year, it's almost December. I guess, how would you wrap this year in 3 words? How would you describe this year in 3 words?
Change comes now.
Would you like to, I guess, explain, or should we just leave it at?
Yeah, I mean,
okay.
It's too vague to leave it there. I mean, like, it's always, while a lot of my stuff in my life is going to be changing in the next few months, there are things that I need to get done, and I'm so keen to get to that stage of my life, because there's going to be a lot more things I get to do after that big change happens, when I move out, when I get a chance to like do the things I've always wanted to do, but I couldn't because of the living situation I'm in right now. So if I want that to happen, and I want to like get the ball running, I need to start making some changes now. So I'm keen to get that going now before the end of the year, because I just get straight into it. So there's no need for like a resolution or anything. I just do it.
I would actually like to answer this question too. How would I wrap this year up? because I'm not sure if we might have another episode this year. This might be the last, depending on how busy I am next month. So
Yeah, I
I
mean,
guess
oof.
depending on yeah, my schedule, if there'll be another episode. But I wanted to answer this question too. How would I wrap this year in 3 words? I think hmm huh. I think uh
Definitely a hard one, eh? Just 3 words, like,
yeah, I definitely want to include the word passion. Um um because I feel like this year has been really uh has been really
guided by
fulfilling.
passion.
Yes, yes. Oh, that's yeah. Thanks.
No
Guided by
worries.
passion. Thanks for those 3 words.
Got you. I got
Thank you
you.
so much. That was like that's perfect. Yeah, I'll wrap this here by saying it's guided by passion.
Yeah,
Um,
I think so. Everything you've done this year has always been filled with passion, 100%.
yeah.
I'm always surprised whenever I jump into these various events that you've done, and like the Halloween, that Halloween housing thing you did, where just you and a bunch of your friends and stuff to make a bunch of activities. That
Mm,
was so fun, just out of nowhere, because I didn't expect that to happen so
mm,
abruptly.
yeah.
And then obviously your shows that you were doing, and then you rewatched like your the shows that you've done, and then had a chat with people in the chat, and then you constantly still put in more effort. Like I remember the response to you when you sent me that thing recently for your arcade venue. I'm like, what the hell? Jeez, what are you doing? Where did this come from out of nowhere?
Yeah.
Like, just I was just like, you're filled with the desire to do things, and that's so
Mm,
insane and passionate, and that's why I'm like, yeah, 100%
mm.
you're guided by passion. Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, I think I've come to realize now that we're approaching the end of the year, I've come to realize that I I you know what? We've been doing prison podcasts since the start of this year, and I remember the first thing I said.
Mm.
My New Year's resolution was, um, I don't want to, I guess, lock myself in like um, in like a
A niche
no. It's like I
or
don't want to commit or like what did I say? I was like I wanted to give myself the freedom to do things without having to sacrifice my own enjoyment by locking myself
mm,
into these, I guess, expectations or um
mm,
I don't want to get too comfortable or so for example, last year
complacent.
I've
Yeah,
been doing complacent.
yeah.
Last year I used to do things quite regularly and like the same
Mm,
thing over and over again. And I remember feeling a little burnt out. Um,
yeah,
and
yeah.
my New Year's resolution, I think, when I started the Prison podcast, I said something along the lines of wanting to not do that anymore and just um, do things, I guess, in the moment. Like when I have an idea, I just want to focus on that. Um,
Mm,
and I think now that's what I have been doing. I've been doing like different things all the time from, RP events and stuff. Um, and actually, quite recently, I've kind of stopped doing karaoke events as well.
mm.
Mainly because I wanted to focus my time and energy on other things. But also because I wanted other venues and communities to also just continue it without me.
I think yeah, that 100%. That I saw that as one of your reasons, like from the get go. I was like, yeah, you've lit a fire under so many people, me included, for one of the things. But like, you've lit a fire under so many people that are doing the things that they're doing the things that you're doing as well, but they've got their own twist on it, their own spin on it.
Yeah.
But they're the ones they're doing the things that you would have done as well, and so it's awesome that like you've done this for them. Now they're doing it so that you can go back to the drawing board and do some more things that you wanted to do.
Yeah.
The things that you never really had a chance to because you were so committed to the thing that you did that got you to where you are now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah,
That's that perfectly sums it up. But yeah, this is actually something I'd really like to continue to think about, but probably off stream. Yeah, I want to
fair.
ask you one last question. Is there anyone you'd like to shout out or anything you'd like to promote?
I mean, shout out to my creative partner, Linalis. She's been doing the best to keep me sane in the insanity that I've done, because much like you with various people that you talk to, like random thoughts go through your head and then you just spill it at people with like, can we do this? I'm like, yeah, I feel that. I feel that so much. I feel bad for the friends that I do talk to, but like I always go to her first and I like ask her, hey, thoughts on this? Would it be crazy? Yeah, probably. Can we make it happen? Maybe. Let's give it a shot. So I was like, yeah, okay. So shout out to her. I don't have anything major to announce at the current time, but definitely keep an eye out.
Where can we find your announcements in the future?
Yeah, I mean, in the future, I guess I will have it on my Discord, my team Discord, the Materia connection. I have definitely like run around to the various channels that are doing stuff like JJammin, all the other channels, and just promote stuff there if I have to.
Yeah.
Otherwise, yeah, no, I mostly do stuff on my socials. I'm usually on Blue Sky. Same moniker. I use NGU Footman. Don't really use Twitter as much, but I feel I should do it sometimes in order to like, because that's the bigger
expand,
the platform.
Get the word out there.
Yeah, so I guess I'll do it sometime. Yeah, but yeah, I'm usually on Blue Sky if anything. But yeah, almost but otherwise, usually see me in game and talk about stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet. All right. Thank you so much, Ignacia. Like, I had such a good time, and it's been such an honor to have you
awesome.
On this podcast. It means a lot to not only myself, but the people that you've touched with all your work and projects and effort through, the magazine and the PAX stuff that you've been doing. So I'm glad we got to talk about it and got to know you a lot better as well. Yeah.
Thanks so much.
Thanks, Ignacia.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. Yeah, I appreciate it.
Sweet. All right. Before I end this podcast, I'm just going to plug a few things. Again, so we have the Starlight Festival happening on December 28th, 8 p.m. AEDT, which is a Sunday. I'll probably announce that by like around the end of this month on Discord. And then we have a Shakespeare production that Kelly Liega from Chai Dynasty is organizing, A Midsummer Night's Dream, which is happening January 17th and 18th. And then we have the Materia Awards happening on the 27th of January. Nominations are still open, so please nominate if you haven't already. It will close on January 1st. And stay tuned for Once Upon a Shard. And I guess that'll be the end. Have a happy early Christmas season. I'm not sure if there's going to be another episode before then, so if not, happy
New Year.
Happy holiday season, happy New Year, happy Christmas. Thanks everyone for listening. Bye everyone.
Bye.